Shalom everybody, this is Brian Israel from Hebrew Heart. Yes, I did get my hair cut, and yes, I wore the same shirt in all the videos because it matches the background and kind of blends in like people in sound stages do. So we're talking about dreams, of course. Twilight Parables, twilightparables.com. So one of the hardest things with dreams is watching somebody die. People losing their life in a dream. First thing to know, that is rarely literal. I mean, it can happen, does happen. Oftentimes, that's just to emotionally prepare you. Sometimes it's to intercede. And there are countless stories of people that prayed when that dream happened and it stopped. You know, someone's in a near fatal this or near fatal that. Usually you'll have that dream with someone you're close to, especially their parent or spouse or sibling or someone of that nature. So those do happen, and just it doesn't hurt to pray. So if you have any kind of dream where somebody died, pray the Creator's will be done, and that everyone's hearts have shalom, or what happens. But if you really know it's not their time, then pray it doesn't happen. And if you get the sense that it really, really is their time, just pray they go peacefully. So that's that. But that's a rare exception. And John Paul Jackson, who I learned a lot of this dream interpretation from, held that if you see a lot of blood, that's likely it's something literal going to happen, or it's going to be very painful, even if it's not completely gone. So I'm going to show you a book. This is Understanding Dreams and Visions. Great book. You can actually get the book probably on his website, streamsministries.com. This is part of a class. It's like 10, 12 videos at least. But there's a class you can take online for about $99 from streamsministries.com called Understanding Dreams and Visions, UDV. So I'm taking it now. It's really good. Really recommend it. Also, if you're on YouTube, John Paul Jackson, he passed away, but his ministry is still up and running. There's a man named Reese Saunders, R-E-C-I-E, Saunders, S-A-U-N-D-E-R-S. Great videos. And John E. Thomas runs streams now. He's got good videos, got a Dream Lab series. And Perry Stone's got some good videos too. It's like Perry Stone Dreams. So, a lot of good information and training. Because otherwise, we'd be at a panic every time we have a dream of someone passing away or someone losing their life. And I mean, God forbid you have a dream of killing somebody, but that happens, and it's not what you mean. It's not what you think it means. And it's very important to know these things because, especially legal things get involved with people that don't understand dreams. So, one of the first things we need to know is that in Greek is much more concise, not concise in Hebrew, but it has more of shades of the same thing that mean different things. So Hebrew might have like one or two words for life. So I don't speak Hebrew well, but Greek has 3 words for life. Greek has several words for love. So to understand the Bible, and therefore to understand dreams, we have to look at a language like Greek. I know the New Testament was originally written in Hebrew, according to the Church Fathers, especially Jerome, who read Matthew was in Hebrew, and there's a whole study on that. Some people believe it's written in Aramaic, the Eastern Church. But all those languages have varying concepts we don't have in English. So Greek being the most commonly accepted version of the New Testament, where Yeshua or Jesus talks about losing your life to keep it. A lot of people in history have literally died unnecessarily, very painful deaths, because they didn't understand what he meant, because they didn't speak Greek. They're reading it in the Latin Vulgate, and he didn't say you must lose your literal life, your bios, your physical life, to get to the kingdom. He said you lose your psyche life, or suke life, more precise pronunciation. So there's 3 words for life. A little heart right here. Bios is your physical life. You breathe, your heart pumps blood, you grow, you eat. Bios, your physical life. It's called Ki, Chi, Pran in different languages. It's Bioelectricity is your life, your physical life. Electricity running through your body, oxygen running through your body, also blood running through your body. Put all that together, you get bios. All the systems are coordinated and functioning to make you physically be alive. Psyche, or soul, I put M for mind, W for will, and so I'm going to put M for mind, E for emotion, W for will, mu. Your mind, your emotions, and your will make up your psyche or your soul. And your psyche is basically who you think you are and your plans for your life to fulfill your desires. So, who you think you are, your plans for your life to fulfill your desires is your psyche. And that's the part Jesus or Yeshua said you had to overcome to inherit the kingdom. Then there's Zoe life. The Zoe is your spiritual life. And the Creator is light and life. So, in Judah saw it's more of a proximity than a separation thing. So the closer you are to the Creator, the closer you are to the source of light and life, just like the sun and the middle of the solar system, according to the heliocentric model. Like the sun, the closer you get to the sun, from say Pluto, there's more light and there's more life. The further away from you get, there's more darkness and there's no cold. There's more darkness and cold. So the closer you get to the Creator, the more light there is and the more life there is. And the further away you get, the more death there is and the more darkness there is. So those are kind of three concepts. There's bios and psyche and Zoe, or your body life, your soul life, and your spirit life. If that makes sense. Or you can say your body, your identity, and your spirit all make up yourself. So you must lose yourself to find yourself. And these concepts are important to know understanding dreams, and especially if someone's losing their life. What life are they losing? Are they losing their bios life? Are they losing their psyche life? Are they losing their Zoe life? And there's also relational life. They're losing a relationship. And there's the concept of also you can be losing your standing with someone or part of your life. You can lose your career. You can lose a relationship. You can lose your finances. You can lose a lot of things that might be represented by limbs or whatnot. You might lose your hand, which will be your ability to work. You might lose your foot. You can't travel anymore, etc. You're not literally losing your foot or your hand, but you're losing your ability to get things done. You're losing your ability to travel, etc., etc. That's also where different body parts come to representing different things. So those are the three words for life. And if you see a blade in a dream, because a blade is a common way in which people lose their life in dreams, there's two kinds of ways of that too. Or there's multiple actually, but there's two basic ways to have a blade. This is a Roman gladius. It's a short stabbing weapon. They use it hand-to-hand combat, but you just need to know it's a short blade. This is more like a Scottish claymore. It's like Braveheart had. It's very, very long. Use some horseback. But you have a short blade and a long blade. A short blade and a long blade could both really hurt somebody. But a short blade represents human words. Blades represent words like the Word of God, just a double-edged sword. Blades represent human words. And human words, to be effective, you have to be really close to someone before their words are really going to have an impact on you in any kind of meaningful way, especially to kill something in you. Either your bios, your psyche, or your Zoe. Now, the long sword, the long blade, that can get you from a long way off. And that's the Word of God. So you don't have to be up close and personal. It's like the Creator can speak a word anywhere out in the universe, and it causes things right now here on earth. Like that's why Yeshua could be in one village and tell a centurion his servant or his daughter is going to live in an entirely different village. Because he's speaking the word of the Creator. This long sword, it reaches a long way off. The Creator's words, or praying the Creator's words, or a prayer, for example, can reach someone a long way off. Human words are very limited in capacity. But spiritual words, the blessing or curse, or praying for someone, when you can use the Creator's words to do that, like the praying the Psalms, for example. That has effective a long way off to either kill something in the spirit world or in the physical world. Like it might kill cancer in the physical world. In the bios level, it might kill cancer. In the psyche level, it might kill a stronghold. In the Zoe level, it might kill a demonic entity attacking somebody. So it's a long sword. It also says it can pierce flesh from bone, separate flesh and bone. So it divides things. But bios level, the psyche level, and Zoe level, those can all be affected a long way off by divine words. Now, human words can affect all those too. I mean, people talk to houseplants, and houseplants die if they use certain words, or the houseplants thrive if they use different words. Music the same way, but amplified. Music will kill certain houseplants and make certain houseplants grow. It also rearranges water molecules. The psyche, the mind level, is very vulnerable to words, human words as well. Your identity, the rest of your life, you're functioning out of your identity. Who someone along the way told you who you are, what you will be like, and you believe them. And you agreed with them, and you believe them, and you function on that the rest of your life. So sometimes we have dreams that reveal the words we're operating on. The programming, it's like a computer code. When you're little, your brain's a computer. It just takes whatever commands it's given, if they're functional commands or not. You give a computer a illogical, self-destructive command, we call that a virus, and it multiplies itself. So when you're little, someone puts something into your psyche, they jab your psyche with their words, and or they put something in your subconscious that you're going to run on the rest of your life. Until you're stupid, you're going to make choices the rest of your life reflecting someone of a low IQ, because it's who they think they are, and they're going to run on that the rest of their life. So you might have a dream where you remember someone calling you stupid, and that's showing you where that came from, and you have to undo it. It's a whole different video series. And the spirit, people's words can hurt you spiritually. They can tell you you're not spiritual enough to do this or do that, or they can tell you you have a calling you don't have, or they give you a false word. But those are human words. They all affect our bios, psyche, and our Zoe. But you have to be close to the person for them to really affect you, in most cases. Now, Karl Barth with the Communist Manifesto killed millions and millions of people. That's a little different. John Otis wrote a book called Wild at Heart. Helped millions and millions of people. He wasn't particularly close to them relationally, but through reading his words and they're having the shared experience, he was able to reach them. But for the most part, human words are like a short sword. They only go so deep. They go deep and it hurts. It can hurt you bad, but it can only go so deep. And it only affects people that are close to you. You have to let someone close to you before their words affect you that deeply. Now, the word of the Creator, doesn't matter how far away you are, His words can kill things. It can kill cancer, it can kill strongholds, it can kill demonic entities coming at you. No matter how far away from Him you've become, just one word can still. Or someone's praying for you, it's like it's making that sword stretched out and touch you wherever you're at. So that's kind of the concepts we need to know for this video. And the next video will go more into actually someone passing away in a dream. But this is like the way someone can pass away.